Good morning, YouTube. 8 minutes past 9. Day 2 of more change being afoot. This tree has suffered a little bit of an encounter with change because it was in the way, I would say, of a lot of good sunlight, but also it was a definite fire hazard to the shed that's going to be built upon the pad. And the pad, which has got to be as high as the whiteness on that peg there, and as high as the whiteness on that there far peg over there, because that's where the edge of the pad's got to be, so therefore there's got to be more fill coming out this way. And what that there is the topsoil, which has taken me 35 years to build up since last time a bulldozer come along here and scraped off the vegetation in honour of my fantasy that there was going to be the runway for an ultralight running along there and another one running along there. So we were going to have two runways in a V, and I was going to be able to take off downhill and hope to clear these trees from here in the ultralight motor glider, which I had not even taxied when I was paying a bulldozer to rip out probably 3 acres worth of trees for the triangle in order to have my aerodrome fantasy. So anyway, that's 30 years of sheet mulching turned into topsoil on top of what was bare rocks. All this is regenerated by warbles being nice to it. So that'll go on top of the fill, and the fill is being dug up from wherever they can find it. But as they finally come to Underconstumble, I was not joking when I said nowhere on this place can you ever dig more than a cubit. Not a royal cubit, which is a pretty short little sort of a thing, but a cubit. You can go from the end of your fingertips to your elbow and you can dig down that far. At the moment there's about that much topsoil, there's about that much gardened regolith, which is broken up rocks, mineral soil, and there's gardened regolith and clay and pockets of clay, sometimes above, sometimes below, but under that there's bedrock. So yeah, they're having to potter about and go looking for gravel here and gravel there and gravel somewhere else, and they're coming up with the fill. But anyway, how much rock fill did you say you were looking for? 50 tonnes?
I don't know, something like that. Why?
Oh, just for the purposes of...
You reckon he found it in that second pile we dug there?
Yep, so he's found his fill and he's happy. And the whiteness on the rocks is the level that has to be achieved. And we've got to come back to about here, as far as I can stumble, because, well, you saw yesterday what happened when the little excavator tangled with the, well, I call it a rock bar. You can call it whatever you like, but you know, that's the stuff that was tipping the excavator up at 20 degrees sideways on its tracks when he was trying to reach over and hook onto it. And there's the next layer of fracture, ka-chunk, and that's just stepped down, and it's all part of that exposed basalt dome over there. This is why I began movie number 1 by suggesting that the excavator was battling with my rocks, and I have lots and lots and lots of superior grade rocks. My grandfather used to come up here for charcoal, and I think my father used to come up here for flagstones. Somehow, don't know quite how, I've finished up living on a white man's excuse for ancestral homeland, I suppose. Imagine how a proper blackfella feels. But anyway, more progress is afoot. Warbles on a lot to YouTube. Ciao.